is de heer Klaus Schwab.
Founder and chairman of the World Economic Forum and Bilderberg.
Voorzitter van het World Economic Forum. En hij heeft ook een boek
He wrote a book with the catchy title COVID-19 Great Reset.
Met als pakkende titel COVID-19 The Great Reset.
That's all true.
En mijn vraag aan de demissionair.
My question to the PM is, how does he judge the content of this book?
President is, hoe beoordeelt hij de inhoud van dit boek?
De minister-president.
Ik ken het boek.
I do not know this book. He wrote the frickin' forward. Again, who's the current Dallas Cowboys quarterback? I mean, I don't even follow it. I was Tony Romo before. Who's the new guy? Mejan, not to look too much into conspiracy theories. I also watch those fascinating YouTube videos.
Kijk ze ook allemaal op YouTube. Het is altijd fascinerend hoe dan uitgelegd wordt dat 9/11 niet.
They explained how 9/11 didn't happen. No, he said the state worked with the Muslims, or that it happened in a different way. They are nicely put together, but most of the time it's just what it is, a conspiracy theory.
Meestal wat het is, een conspiratietheorie.
De heer Van Meijeren.
Nou,
it surprises me that the first question I asked of Mr. Rutte, since I have been sworn in as a member of Parliament.
De eerste vraag die ik aan de heer Rutte stel sinds ik beëdigd ben als Kamerlid direct wordt beantwoord. Dank u wel.
Thank you very much, but it surprises me that my question was answered with a lie.
Die eerste vraag direct wordt beantwoord met een leugen. Ik heb namelijk
I have a letter dated November 26, 2020
een brief in mijn hand
from Mr. Rutte to Mr. Klaus Schwab, who he doesn't know.
26 november 2020. En dat is een brief van de heer Rutte aan de heer Klaus Schwab, waarin
in which he thanks Mr. Schwab for sending him the book.
Schwab bedankt voor het toezenden van zijn boek. En dit
and he calls it a hopeful analysis for a better future.
Analyse voor een betere toekomst. Zou de heer
Could Mr. Rutte
nog even
dig into his memory?
Zijn geheugen? Het is nog geen half.
It's less than half a year ago. I do not know how long your memories remain active.
Dus ik weet niet hoe lang uw herinneringen actief blijven, maar waarschijnlijk.
But you can probably dig this up somewhere.
Ergens op te graven. En mijn eerste vraag.
So please answer my first question again, but this time with honesty.
Eerlijk, alstublieft.
Nou, het eerlijke antwoord is dat.
Well, the honest answer is that it is a letter out of pointlessness.
Een nette brief is. Waarin je.
Because unfortunately you cannot read all books that you get sent in.
Helaas niet alle boeken die je toegestuurd krijgt van kast tot kast kunt lezen, maar wel.
Back it up. So not pointless, as I misread that. He said it's a answer of politeness. Obviously, I can't read all books. Oh, but you wrote a foreword, and you give awards to each other, and your best buddies, dunk, 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 Michael Jordan. Well, the honest answer is that it's a letter out of politeness. Continue. Because unfortunately, you cannot read all books that get sent in. Hit pause. So a minute before, he doesn't know who Klaus Schwab is. He doesn't know about the book. He doesn't know about the letter. But now he knows all why he did this. Continue. But you want to send a thank you letter to those who sent a book.
Nou, dan zegt de heer Rutte dus
So Mr. Rutte, that he didn't lie to me, but he lied to Mr. Klaus Schwab.
Niet heeft gelogen tegen mij, maar tegen de heer Klaus Schwab.
I have another question. Mr. Schwab pleads in his book for resetting our world.
Direct alsnog de vraag stellen. De heer Klaus Schwab die pleit in zijn boek voor het resetten van onze wereld.
He wants to replace our parliamentary democracy with a global technocracy.
Onze nationale parlementaire democratie te vervangen door een globale technocratie.
He pleads for the end of private property.
Pleit ervoor dat er een einde komt aan privébezit.
And apparently Mr. Rutte is not even aware that he called this a hopeful analysis for a better future.
En de heer Rutte is er kennelijk niet eens van bewust dat hij dit een hoopvolle boodschap voor een betere toekomst heeft genoemd. Hoe is het mogelijk?
How is it possible that Mr. Rutte values a book that has neo-communist message?
Dat de heer Rutte een waardeoordeel hecht aan een boek met een neo-communistische boodschap, terwijl hij dat
he did not even read the book.
Niet eens gelezen heeft.
Dank u wel, de minister-president.
So there you go. That young man is awesome. And that's, I mean, just like these people, no one stands up to these scum. He looks like Mr. America, all cool, arrogant in a suit. I don't know who Klaus Schwab is. I just write books with him and hang out with him and get awards with him. I don't know. Like, screw you, man. What, frick, I mean, okay, own your judges, own your system, run.
Mark, you have a triple role. First, of course, you are the Prime Minister of the Netherlands, and the Netherlands, particularly in our world, much more important, particularly in our world of today, you are a principled man. And I would say we have two categories of politicians. The first categories are those who are driven by a radar system, which means they send out signals and then they determine their behavior according to the signals they get back. But you are not a radar man. You are a compass man, someone who has clear values, who follows his values, so you are a real statesman. So it's a great honor and pleasure for me, as the first inaugural recipient, to hand over to you on behalf of the Atlantic Council the Global Citizen Award 2019.
Klaus, esteemed members of the Atlantic Council, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for bestowing on me one of the Global Citizens Awards for 2019. It is indeed a great honor and a great privilege. I must confess, though, that I'm actually a man of habit and tradition. To give you an example, I was born and raised in the city of The Hague. I still live there, and I have no intention to move anywhere else. So some of my best friends had a hard time picturing me as a trend-setting global citizen. But as you pointed out, Professor Schwab, dear Klaus, this prize is all about strengthening international and especially transatlantic relations. And yes, that is close to my heart. It is a fundamental truth that transatlantic cooperation makes us stronger than when we are apart. And that's not rocket science, but simple common sense, as world history since 1945 has shown. Perhaps the most important lesson I've learned in my years as Prime Minister of one of the world's most outward-looking trading countries is that national interests are often best served by international cooperation. And this is true when it comes to free and fair world trade. It's true in the field of safety and security, with NATO as a prime example, serving the interests of all